Good morning, everyone. This is Greg Tingle reporting for Media Man Australia, Media Man International, Eastern Suburbs Media, and many more. We thought we'd do a morning update from the east coast of Sydney, Australia. We're here on the eastern suburbs. We've just got the sunrise happening in the background. We thought we'd stop and do a concise video report while we're heading down to the secret beach. We are aware that we've got a silhouette happening at times. I'm just going to change the camera angle there, just doing this report by ourselves this morning. So everybody, I hope you're going well. It's a Friday. This is traditionally the one wave is all it takes Fluoro Friday. We are wearing fluoro for anyone wondering. We're just enjoying the ocean by ourselves today, at least so far. We may go down to Maroubra Beach later. We're not going to Bondi Beach today. I believe there may be a bit of a gathering of sorts at Bondi Beach. So shout out to One Wave is all it takes. A lot of our current focus includes work-life balance, which is an interesting scenario in itself. The fact you've got to say balance, but we do live in a commercial world, but for many people like myself, we also enjoy the nature world, the spirit world, falls into the mind, body, spirit realm. But if we're running a business in Australia or most parts of the world, that falls into the work mode. Fortunately, we get to enjoy a lot of our work. How is that? Why is that? I've been blessed to work in and around the media and communications segment for towards 30 years, depending on what you want to include. So I went from pay TV, 5 years in the pay TV arena, to websites, ISPs, journalism for about 7 years, and then that of being a media and sports agent. Now we've just got select niche projects, and we've stayed in business for 20 years. Hard work, but also enjoyable. So a lot of the world's brightest business minds talk about following your passion and incorporating that into your work, life, career. We've been able to do that, but it's not for the faint-hearted. So if you're into sports and finding out things about the world, you can see how from one train of event to another we've fallen into the media industry. So we've got the journalism as a background and the media sales in pay TV. We cover sports including combat sports, surfing, surf culture, beach culture. We've got the mixed martial arts, which we did a bit of at a higher level years ago. Boxing. We've got pop culture. We've got your, movies, music, all of that. We cover art, as in creative arts. We've worked on art campaigns, including our old friends at Human Statue Body Art. We've done campaigns with the Art Gallery of New South Wales, MCA, a range of different artists over the years. Tony Rafferty, OAM, rest in peace, Tony. Tony was one of the great artists we had in Queensland years ago. A big campaign with a charity and Versace, Gold Coast, Palazoo, and yeah, so it goes on. And the media industry with journalism is also supported by advertising. So fortunately, we've had a lot of loyal advertisers as well as publicity campaign clients and associates over the years that have stuck with us. Because a lot of media is advertising supported, that can actually affect media companies, including very big ones, including some of the biggest in the world. So sometimes if you're watching news reports and you're trying to sort out the fact from the fiction, do keep in mind that there are sometimes, even often, commercial considerations. So We understand the power of media, the power of advertising. The moment a dollar is accepted by an entity, as in a brand, journalism potentially can be compromised. And you may be familiar with such words such as agenda, directive, campaign, commercial considerations, cash for comment, and so on. So you've got the picture there. So a brand or a political party or some other type of entity will come up with the campaign or an idea to sell to the consumer or sell to the public. Did I mention this could also include organisations related to governments? Let's say, for example, World Health Organization, otherwise known as WHO. Have you heard of the medical industry? Business of media, business of politics, business of health, business of politics, business of car sales, business of property, business of sport, business of everything, unless you're in the spirit world, which we go back and forward from. So that may help the audience understand some of the way news is presented these days. Isn't diversity in media a good thing? So in Sydney, Australia, and Australia as a whole, you've got a range of media organisations. The media industry, like many industry, has mixed reputation. They've done some great stuff over the years. Sometimes they've done definitely not great stuff. Sometimes they've done middle of the road. Often when you read a news story, it doesn't give you the entire news. Have you ever noticed that? Sometimes you have an opinion piece. Today's broadcast could fall into the opinion category. So even though background is journalism, I'm presenting a picture. And the audience, and rightly so, can and should always form their own view. Go, is that organisation telling the truth? Is that reporter, is that journalist, is that broadcaster telling the truth? So these are questions that we all have to ask ourselves. But do be aware that there's thousands of media organisations in the world, not only Channel 7, Channel 9, Channel 10, Daily Telegraph, Sydney Morning Herald, SBS, etc. Think of other ones as well overseas, RT America, even you've got Del Bigtree at the High Wire. You've got CNN, founded by Ted Turner. People have been questioning whether the authenticity of CNN has gone up or down over the years. Again, people have to decide what view of politics are you on, the left, the right, in the middle. Are you an independent free thinker? That would fall into my category. So I don't agree with being categorised as left, right, in the middle or whatever. I can go along with independent free thinker. So over the years I've had the pleasure, the opportunity to meet and speak with people on all sides of politics, including a former Australian Prime Minister, head of Greens around Bondi, Waverley, head of Labor around Maroubra. I've been around black man law, smoke clearing ceremonies with the originals, the elders, the founding fathers of Australia, our Indigenous friends. They're in tune with nature. So, yes, interesting, isn't it, with politics, media, sometimes the relationships, real or perceptions, the way things are presented in the newspapers, the way things are presented on television, what they will talk about, what they won't, what is real journalism, what is real news versus fake news. bit like a war, isn't it? Is it the good guys or the bad guys? Who are the good guys? Who are the bad guys? Who are the freedom fighters? Who are the terrorists? Let's look at an organisation like Sea Shepherd. Good guys, bad guys, in the middle. Might depend on what government is ruling the roost, or what part of the world you're asking. Australia, Japan, America. Sea Shepherd Whale Wars got broadcast on Foxtel, a news limited entity in Australia. Quite a popular show. Didn't mean everybody in News Limited totally agreed with what whale wars are doing. Didn't mean everybody loved them or not, but they were broadcast. So it's interesting, isn't it, when you look at the relationship between media and politics. So again, encourage everybody to be independent, free thinkers, diversity in news. Do some research. You've got all sorts of smart cookies and ethical people in media as well. I recommend have a look and a listen at people like Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan Experience. Elon Musk, founder of Tesla. Elon's been on Joe Rogan's show a couple of times. You've got Jesse Ventura, Richard Santos at RT America. Got all sorts of organisations out there. So sometimes it pays to dig a little deeper. That may help you find clarity and your own version of truth. So, and then you can write and broadcast your own and put it up on the internet, or start a media company. Isn't it interesting the way it works? So look at the beautiful, the ocean there. There's a kayaker or jet ski, surf ski floating around. So we're going to go down to the secret beach. I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast, everybody. It's been a longer one. I believe we're just over 12 minutes, but we saw the beautiful sunrise and we thought we'd do it here. Do expect another follow-up broadcast when we get down to the secret beach. Enjoy yourself, take care of one another, be happy, do things that interest you, and yeah, always do things that make you happy and work out what's important. Follow your dreams and aspirations. Don't give up. Everybody, take care. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. And we'll see you again soon. Greg Tingle for the Media Man Group.